when we're doing a green smoothie, there are several different components. It's very easy. The first component is to have a liquid as a base. So we could have water, which is very easy, or we can do unsweetened almond milk. We can do a green tea. If you're going to do a green tea, then you are increasing the nutritional value. So it's very simple. You can make a big pitcher of it and store it in the refrigerator. You just take some tea bags and soak them, and so you want it to be cold, and then you use that as the base. We're going to be using a Vitamix to make this, but you don't need to have the Vitamix or a Blendtec or a very high-powered juicer. You can do something in a small personal blender like this. So the first thing is you pour in your base, your liquid. You always start with your liquid first. Then we're going to put in some greens, and that's what makes it a green smoothie. So if you are making a green smoothie and you've never done this before, you would start with a milder green. You might start with some romaine lettuce. You might start with some spinach. And the easy way to do it, if you don't have time, you can just buy something that's already pre-washed and pre-packaged, or you can use a more intense green as you move on, and that would be, you can use a kale, you could use dandelion greens, you can use parsley, you can use Swiss chard, and one of the keys is to always rotate the greens. So you wouldn't want to say, okay, I love kale, every day of the week I'm going to have a green smoothie with kale. That's not so good for your body. You want to rotate the greens. So I'm going to put in about a cup and a half of greens. So when you're first starting, you wouldn't have as many greens. You'd have a cup of greens and a cup of fruit. But as you progress, you would have less fruit and probably more greens. When you're choosing fruit, which was the next step, you might start, especially if this is for children, to have a fruit like, you can take bananas and take mangoes, and then as you progress, you might have the berries. You can do mixed berries, you can do plain blueberries, you can alternate, you can do peaches. When I'm making smoothies, I like to switch off. Have you done green smoothies before?
Just done green drinks.
Green drinks. So I'm going to use mango. Mango and spinach are a nice combination to start out with. There you go. This is the basic smoothie. You have a liquid, you have a green, and you have a fruit. We turn this on. And we have a green smoothie. We'll let you taste this.
So what's the difference between a green juice and a green smoothie?
Okay, so a juice is made in a juicer, and when you make juice, you're removing the fiber. The nice thing about a smoothie is that, you see, we just put the whole pieces of fruit, all of the greens were in here, so we still have the fiber. You can see how you like that. And now what we can do, there are some options here, and that is you can play around with it. Let's say the smoothie that I made was too watery. So we could add some things. We could add avocado. And it's great to add some avocado because that gives it a creaminess. I love doing that. It makes it like a milkshake. So how'd you like that?
It's delicious.
Okay. Other things that you might want to add. You can add flax. So flax is really important. There's a lot of great research for breast cancer, for example. You can add some ground flax. I like to add about a tablespoon of flax to the smoothie. You can also add a protein powder. There are a number of different protein powders. You want to make sure you have a really high quality one. This one happens to be made with brown rice protein. You can do hemp, which is great. It's got lots of fiber, so you can do a hemp protein smoothie. The other things you could add, possibilities, you can add some nuts. Brazil nuts are great, have selenium in it. You can add nut butter. You can add a raw almond butter, for example. So that's the green smoothie. Thanks for coming and tasting. Thank you. Well, this has been Feed Your Mind Wellness. I'm Dr. Sandy, And join us next month. We're going to have a very special program with Marion Thompson, who founded La Leche. So join us to hear about her journey as she founded this organization.